Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Steffy Forrester is back in action on The Bold and the Beautiful and back home with her husband John Finnegan and the kids. Jacqueline MacInnes-Wood's character has a lot of catching up to do, and Luna Nozawa's return from the dead is just the tip of the iceberg. Here's what's coming up on B&B next week. Spoilers down below. Before Steffy left town, there were rumblings of Steam reunion. Liam Spencer's fake cancer battle brought the exes back into each other's lives, and sparks were flying. Then Steffy was holding vigil at his hospital bed. Then JMW announced her pregnancy and went on maternity leave, so Liam began pursuing Hope Logan again. Since Jacqueline MacInnes-Wood went on maternity leave, Liam has been trying to convince Hope to give him another chance and reunite their family. He even turned down his other ex, Ivy Forrester, and told her that Hope was the apple of his eye. It's safe to say that Carter Walton is out of the picture. His relationship with Hope is knocking on death's door. Poor Carter already knew he didn't stand a chance with Liam back in the picture, and he bowed out of the competition gracefully. Liam and Hope were on the fast track to a Lope reunion, but is all that about to change? It was easy for Liam to choose Hope when Steffy was out of the country. Will he have that same energy when he starts spending time with Steffy Forrester again? Rumor has it, Steffy might still have feelings for her ex-husband and get triggered seeing him with her rival, Dr. John Finnegan Tanner Novlin. For a moment, it looked like peace was finally within reach on The Bold and the Beautiful. After months of heartache, painful realizations, and a slow rediscovery of trust, Hope Logan Annika Noel and Liam Spencer Scott Clifton seemed ready to start fresh. Their connection, tested by betrayal and haunted by memories, began to flicker again. Fans could sense it. A Lope reunion finally brewing after so much chaos. But then came the bombshell. Steffy Forrester Jacqueline MacInnes-Wood is back, and her return threatens to shatter everything Hope thought she'd rebuilt. When Steffy left Los Angeles, she needed space, not just from Liam, but from the relentless cycle of heartbreak that has defined her romantic life for years. The time away in Europe gave her a chance to reset, focus on her children, and find peace. Yet her absence also created a vacuum. Without Steffy's powerful presence, Hope and Liam's unresolved feelings began to re-emerge. Liam, ever the conflicted romantic, couldn't deny how much he missed Hope's compassion and sense of stability. Despite their painful separation, she still saw the good in him, the man she once trusted completely. For Hope, the road back to Liam wasn't easy. She had to accept that forgiveness doesn't mean weakness. It means understanding the flaws in someone you love deeply, just as Hope allowed herself to feel again. The universe, or in this case, the writers decided to throw the ultimate curveball. Steffy walking through the Forrester Creations doors, confident, radiant, and ready to reclaim her life. Steffy's return. A ripple through Los Angeles. Steffy's comeback isn't quiet. It never is. Within hours of her return, she's back at Forrester Creations, commanding attention like the powerhouse she is. But while Ridge and Thomas welcome her with open arms, others brace for the emotional aftershocks. Hope is caught off guard. Despite knowing that Steffy's eventual return was inevitable, seeing her in person hits differently. Suddenly, all of Hope's progress feels fragile again. Every shared glance between Steffy and Liam reopens wounds she thought had healed. Liam, meanwhile, is thrown into confusion. On one hand, his growing closeness to Hope has rekindled feelings he thought were lost. On the other, seeing Steffy again reignites memories of their passionate history, their shared family, and the sense of belonging she brings. And therein lies the problem. Liam's heart, once again, stands divided between two extraordinary women. Hope's guarded heart. This time, however, Hope isn't the same naive woman who waited in silence while Liam wavered between two lives. She's grown. The new Hope Logan has learned to set boundaries and recognize her worth. So when Steffy returns and starts reconnecting with Liam, even if it's innocent at first, Hope notices. She senses the shift in energy, the unspoken bond that never really faded. And though she tries to stay composed, jealousy and insecurity creep in. How can she compete with a woman who seems to have it all? beauty, confidence, and a magnetic pull that even Liam can't resist. What makes the situation even worse is that Steffy doesn't have to try. She's not scheming or manipulating this time. Her mere presence is enough to throw Liam into emotional chaos. Hope tells herself she's strong enough to handle this, but when she sees Liam's attention drifting once more, she begins to wonder if she's setting herself up for another heartbreak. Steffy's perspective: love, loyalty, and conflict. For her part, Steffy isn't trying to ruin anything, not intentionally, at least. Her return is rooted in family and business. She's determined to reestablish her leadership at Forrester Creations and stabilize her children's lives. But when she runs into Liam, the connection is undeniable. The chemistry, the shared history, the memories of raising Kelly together, it all comes flooding back. Steffy tries to remind herself that Liam's path lies elsewhere now. Yet every look they share feels charged, every conversation laced with unfinished emotion. She tells herself that Hope and Liam deserve happiness, that she's moved on. But deep down, there's a flicker, a quiet question she can't silence. What if he's still the one? The conflict isn't just romantic. It's deeply emotional. Steffy is torn between respecting Hope's newfound strength and acknowledging the undeniable spark that refuses to die between her and Liam. Liam's classic dilemma. Liam Spencer has always been his own worst enemy when it comes to love. His heart has two homes, one with Hope, filled with light, peace, and forgiveness. The other with Steffy, fiery, passionate, and electric. He's tried to choose before. He's failed before. And now, as both women stand before him, one symbolizing healing, the other representing everything wild and familiar, Liam faces an impossible choice once more. This time, however, fans sense the tide shifting. Liam's longing for stability might push him toward Hope, but his unbreakable connection with Steffy could drag him right back into the cycle he swore he'd ended. The ripple effect. Family and fallout. Steffy's return also disrupts more than just Hope and Liam's delicate truce. Thomas, fiercely protective of his sister, watches closely as Hope begins to wobble under emotional pressure. Ridge, proud of Steffy's resilience, doesn't realize that her presence might reopen one of the family's most infamous love triangles. Even Brooke Logan has something to say. She warns Hope not to repeat the same mistakes, urging her to stand strong and not allow Steffy to intimidate her. But Brooke's words only fuel Hope's insecurities, because deep down, she knows Brooke once faced the same dynamic with Taylor. History, it seems, is repeating itself once again in the Forrester-Logan saga. The writer's game plan? Behind the scenes, fans suspect the writers are deliberately setting the stage for another Lope versus Steam showdown. Steffy's return is perfectly timed, just when Hope's confidence begins to blossom again. But this version of the triangle might look different. Rather than being passive participants, both women are stronger, more self-aware, and less willing to be pawns in Liam's indecision. If the bold and the beautiful plays it right, this story could evolve beyond romantic tug-of-war into something deeper, a battle for self-respect and emotional maturity. What happens next? Spoilers hint that Steffy's presence will push Liam to confront his true feelings once and for all. Hope may issue an ultimatum, forcing him to decide whether he's truly capable of committing to her without letting Steffy occupy his mind. Meanwhile, Steffy's own emotions could surprise her. Despite her efforts to stay detached, old love doesn't fade easily, and a single vulnerable moment could reignite everything she's tried to suppress. Will Steffy unintentionally destroy Hope and Liam's fragile reunion? Or will her return finally force them to admit that their relationship was never built on solid ground in the first place? Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and stay with us.